Hello, YouTube. Today we're working on the elevator again. I'll be doing some mocking up of the initial construction in order to create the elevator hinge, which is mostly at the end of this video. So the middle of it's kind of just a bunch of mock-ups, but deburring things and whatnot to get there, marking and then getting confused about which part is attached to which, side of the elevator. Yeah, I sort of traded parts back and forth there to say which one is which side here. But anyway, so that's a piano hinge that Vans gives us. And they ask you to sort of pilot hole it, and then we'll be um, working with that a little bit later. Until that point, just sort of going to do the construction. These are the front spars. I'm using a step drill there to open up two holes. That's where the wiring is going to go for the trim servo. I love using that big old paper towel roll thing to pull the blue off the skins. It makes things really easy. So we'll deburr this front spar for the left elevator and cleco it on to the skin. That's the bottom skin, by the way. And then for some stupid reason, I decided to get the right skin out. I don't know why I did that. I I think I'm just trying to do both at once here to sort of save some time and make sure I'm not mixing parts up, which is probably kind of wise. Yeah, I'm marking up things for left side, right side, and making sure I have the correct parts in the correct places. And when these are all sort of mocked up, then I should have no spares, right? That's what I'm doing here. Oh, and I had to go get a banana because, well, you got to eat sometime. But yeah, this is about all said and done. This whole mock-up process is 3 hours worth of work to create one little hinge at the end of it. So that's why building an airplane can take quite a while. Yeah, so that's a not an end rib, root rib. That's the root rib of the left elevator and the rear spar in my hand. So we're going to attach that and place the gussets in it, attached to the root rib, and then deburr the heck out of it. So that way, when the trim tab gets put in place, there's no binding or there's no, twisting or anything because the trim tab is pretty essential to make flying an airplane reasonably um, not easy, but like just reasonable, I guess is the best way to put it. And so the best way to keep that, ready to go for you there, or keep that, I can't think of words right now. Anyway, you want it nice and straight. You don't want either side of the hinge to bind, and you don't want it to do anything but float nicely. I mean, think of a door in your house that um, has a bind somewhere in it or doesn't quite close right. This is something like that where the hinge is basically works the same way as a door hinge. You just want it to be nice and smooth all the way down. So I scribed a line on it, and I'm just match drilling through the rear spar, um, on and making sure the holes line up on the spar because the hinge sits beneath it. You can see the line through each hole as you go. Cleco it down each hole. Cleco it down. Drill it. Cleco it down. And verify the next one is still straight right down the middle of the hole because otherwise you're going to end up with a twist in your elevator or your trim tab hinge, and then it's not going to actuate smoothly, and you really want a smooth actuation on your trim. So here I am checking before I start drilling on the other side of the hinge. And we're going to pull it apart and attach the other side of the hinge to the appropriate part of the trim tab front spar, which is just sort of this Z-bend metal right there in front of us. It's kind of funny, but that's just what it is. Little lightweight stuff, at 90 degrees with 90-degree bends in it. It's pretty strong, or rather, it's strong enough. So we'll drill that out, or rather match drill that, put clecos in it as we go, and when it's all said and done, it turns out to be a really nice, really smooth hinge that I should be happy with for years to come. Thanks for coming by, and we'll see you next time.